I wasn't gonna do this, but I feel with everything that's going on with Trayvon Martin and everything that's been going on for a while, I feel it's time somebody said something about it that hasn't been said yet. Now, in regards to what's going on with Trayvon Martin, and everything in general, I'm seeing a lot of things that I'm just conflicted with. Now, I'm not saying what should have happened to Trayvon Martin should have happened, or I'm not saying that George Zimmerman was right, or I'm not saying the situation was correct. My conflicts, my personal conflicts, are with us as a people and black people as a race, pretty much. And basically, what I wanted to talk about is, when black people kill other black people, it doesn't get much of a response from the black community. At least from what I'm seeing, it doesn't get much of a response from the black community. Because when black people kill other black people, which is every day in this country, every day, and I know it's normally over that gang nonsense. I'ma die over red, or I'ma die over blue, or I'ma rep this block to the fullest, or I'ma rep this block to the fullest, and I'ma stay true to the hood. That is really bothering me. And with what's going on with Trayvon Martin, just shows me that in our 400-year struggle, after everything, we're still a second-class citizen in America. I'm not trying to slight the Caucasian race or anything like that, but that's just the way it is. And it just shows me that things are no different from 50 years ago. Nothing has really moved forward. Back then you didn't need much evidence to kill a young black male. You didn't really need any. And it just goes to show that this is just cause for deadly force. And what I'm seeing here is mainly the biggest thing I have a problem with is when black people kill other black people, nobody seems to care. But when someone of a different color or of a different race kills a young black male, that's when we want to stand up, when we want to rise up, overcome, march, pray, sing. We want to do all the things that we're doing for Trayvon Martin, which, I understand it's in good spirits, it's in good hope, but all I know is people will get done with that marching, and later that night they'll shoot another black male for something as small as stepping on their shoe or wearing the wrong shade or wearing the wrong color. Murder is murder, no matter what way you look at it. And it all should get the same amount of attention. Now, what we're dealing here with now is, and if you ask me, it is an issue of race. But I also think it's more of an issue with the human race. And if you look at it now, you know what? We have a life that we can never have back. And we have no idea what this life could have grown up to be. And that'll be it's just another what if question that can never be answered. And if you're like me, you think, you know, as a people, we should be different with all the advancements in, say, the advancements in technology, the advancements in medicine, the advancements in almost every aspect. You think we would have grown. But it seems things are just getting smaller, or maybe just not changing at all. And now it's at the point where there's a mother and a father whose child will never come home again. There's a mother and father who have to bury their son, have to bury their child. You know, because of a man who thought this pack of candy and a can of tea was criminal. And you know what? There's no way that you see that. I'm sorry, you don't mistake that for a weapon. You don't mistake that for anything, okay? That man wanted control over something. That's all that came down to. And being that this stand your ground law in Florida is in effect, you don't need much reason to execute that law. You can do it just because you think somebody's going to do something. And he probably didn't even think that Trayvon Martin was going to do anything. He just knew that was the perfect insurance for it. So now there's a murderer walking around now. And I see that they want justice. And I don't think justice is going to be done. Because justice would more of them having their child back. I think they'd rather have their child back than anything. And nothing that is being done or nothing that can be done can bring their child back. Nothing can bring Trayvon Martin back. And no matter how much marching we do, no matter how much chanting and praying and singing, no matter what, no matter how much hell breaks loose on the street, nothing is going to change the fact that Trayvon Martin is dead. Nothing is going to change the fact that in our 450-year struggle, we're still behind. And is there anything we can do? I don't know. But it's a sad sight to know that our children are going to be growing up in this. the fact that nothing has changed. The fact that this precedes this and this. And it's sad that we're actually blamed for the color of our skin. And the color of our skin is used as good enough reason to do a lot of unjustful, unlawful, unfair things. Now, had it been the other way around, if a black man killed a young white male, it would have been open season on anyone. And the killer would have been tried and possibly hung on the spot. There'd be night riders and lynchings going rampant. So it's just another one of those nothing's really changed. How one skin color is less important than the next. And then it just shows that because black people kill other black people all the time, you don't see that on the news. I mean, you see it every now and again. You'll hear about it, but they'll never do anything like what they're doing for Trayvon Martin now, only because the person that killed him wasn't black. Now, if the other person that killed him was black, somebody would have disputed, or somebody would have already decided, oh, hey, this is a gang killing, this is gang violence, or anything of that nature, and then they would have moved on to the next story. They would have moved on to who threw a cupcake at Paris Hilton or something like that. And that's just more of what society is all about. There is a hierarchy in society, and we're not first. Will we ever be? I doubt it. But all of this spiel I'm doing, I feel it needed to be said. From my point of view, I feel this needed to be said. And my heart goes out to the Martin family. My heart goes out to Trayvon. It really does. As I said, one more life that will never blossom to be what it could have truly been. Because who knows what Trayvon Martin could have grown up to do? Who knows? Now this is just another what-if question that will never be answered. Makes me wonder, is it really coming to an end? Is society really going to destroy itself like I think it is? With as far as we've come in the world, we're still savages. We're still monsters. I understand it's in man's nature to be violent. And it's in man's nature to destroy themselves, as we're clearly doing. And people that actually watch this video, people actually listen to what I say and actually think about it, is it safe to assume that? Or can you honestly say that we're going to rise up and overcome? Can you honestly say that? With the way we're being held back and the way we're holding each other back. Can you honestly say that we can rise up and overcome? I don't know. And how can we find out? Anyone who's watching this, I'd like to thank you for your time. And maybe if more people start speaking out about this, or more people start actually figuring out ways we can really help one another, or figuring out if we can even be helped, maybe we'll really have something to fight for.